Battlefield of Eternity, map number 1. Best of 5, everybody. The MC Academy against the three-legged cat. Okay, so this is the second round of the gauntlet that we're running here at the Masters Clash to determine the 4th team that makes it to the offline event in Paris. So we already have, after the whole round robin, with the 8 teams remaining, the top 3 advancing to Paris directly. That's Bangbush, Chili Mountain, aka Team and Oxygen Esports, aka the Hardos. And now we're determining the 4th team. The way that we're doing this is we're running a gauntlet, so we're doing the stepladder system where the 8th place plays against the 7th, the winner goes up against number 6, and so on and so forth until only one team standing. And the Cats already won their first match. All of these games are going to be best of 5, so we're done with the best of 2s. And in the first round, it was a 3-0 victory for the Cats against Inding for Ruby, and therefore they advance to the next round where they're now facing off against the MC Academy, and the winner then will advance, and yeah, you get the idea. So, well, this is map number 1. We got Hanzo banned immediately. Now, of course, there's a bit of an advantage for the MC Academy because they could pretty much watch the games that the Cats played. And my personal question is if they're in any way addressing Garrosh, because Garrosh was played every single game by the Cats, and they did a really good job. I mean, it's Johan's preferred tank, so yeah, there's the ban. He honestly empowered so many plays that they made where he just like flipped the target forward. Let's say, for example, catapulted Malfurion forward as the opponent was retreating so he could land a root and get in range to stop someone and take a kill. He saved a lot of the heroes that were targeted, and some of the fights were literally just won by that. Especially on Cursed Hollow, for example, game number 3, Johan was able to save Malfurion in one of the big battles just before he was about to die. Malfurion was pushed into the backline, could activate his Tranquility, and then healed the entire team that was very, very low, and they won the fight, and from then onwards really started to snowball the game a little bit. And plays like that is, of course, what the MC Academy is trying to deny here by banning Garrosh, and I think it's a pretty smart move. Of course, this is always a little bit of a weird situation, because every single time that you have these games playing out and one team dominates, the immediate reaction of people is always like, oh my god, how could they not ban this hero on this map? And people oftentimes approach this with a little bit of a quick match mentality. But at the end of the day, there's only 3 bans that you can go for. And only 2 of them are before the draft starts. So you have to pick your poison. And there will always be some heroes on the other side that these guys are really good at and that are just pillars of their strategies. So you can address a few of those, but you will never be able to address everything. Let's take, for example, the Hardos at Team Oxygen, right? If you go and target Nick and you ban out, let's say these days it would be against Nick, you ban his Carrigan, you ban Sergeant Hammer that he plays a lot, and then you ban Maef or whatever. It doesn't really matter. That leaves so many other heroes open that all the other players are really, really good at, so you can't ban them all. This is not Pokemon. But we got Blaze, we got Chromie, and we got Rhaegar now for the blue team. And Lunara plus Urel have been locked in early for the Cats, so they're already deviating away a little bit from what they did earlier here. But a lot of the heroes that are very, very strong against the Immortal have now been targeted by them, and they could, of course, still pick up Greymane, which is still a good choice here, if you want to go for some extra Immortal damage. Mages are also up, at least still a few of them. And, well, let's see. The Anduin ban! Yeah, the Crybaby is out. The Brad Pitt of the Nexus. Right. I think there was a Twitter thread lately where Twitter always has these dumb topics that pop up every single day where it's like all of a sudden this actor against this actor, or like this movie against this movie. And I think that's why I just came up with Brad Pitt. Sometimes, you know, there's like thoughts that pop in your head and you don't really know what triggered it, and then you're thinking about it and it's like, where did that come from? And I'm pretty sure that's why I associated Babyface currently with that, because they all referenced, I think, Troy. Pretty decent movie, and it was actually good in there. So Johan and Genji, Johan on Johanna and Genji by Hirath are now the picks that we got. And on the blue team, Nubarak and Sylvanas. A little bit of heavy dive here with Sylvanas following up with the Wailing Arrow potentially, and Chromio, of course, can always either temporal loop people and allow Inuburak in place to stun them out, or vice versa. The two CC heroes lead the charge, and then Chromie follows up on this. But yeah, Captain Rex, our final pick. As we're heading into the game, Battlefield of Eternity, as I said, and we have an Uther, everybody! Divine Shield on Genji, as we're heading into the battle. Game number 1, best of 5 series. Let's go. Game number 1 in the best of 5, the MC Academy against the three-legged cat. Vetters is playing Blaze. We got Lololom and Sylvanas, Panda Colada on Chromie, Camembert on Nubarak, and X-Ray on Rhaegar. On the right side of the map, the Cats with Dracula and Lunara. After a successful match against Inding for Ruby, they now play with Hirath on Genji, Maitri on Yrel, Johan on Johanna. We have Captain Rex on Uther. Every single time I see Johan playing Johanna, I know there's a joke here somewhere. But I just can't put my finger on it. But yeah, I don't know. There's a joke here somewhere, but it's probably just low-hanging fruit and ends up being a dad joke anyways. Now we got the Dragon's Breath, the deep breathing here for Chromie to start things off. And here's the action up at the top. They're trying to go for the kill, and the Cats, they take the early kill once again. No, I actually really like what we're seeing here from the Cats today, and I already mentioned this in the previous series that they seem to be on fire today. So they're doing a great job with the early game aggression and rotation. Now it leads to an early kill for them, but obviously it doesn't really mean anything just yet. We will see if, like, in the long run they are going to be able to keep that up and win this series too, to advance to the next round or not. But yeah, will be interesting. There was a fierce battle throughout the entire round robin here, especially in the bottom 3. And of course, there's still Granite Gaming to defeat, there's still Team Rage Quit that you gotta deal with too. And one of these teams will advance to play in Paris. But who is it gonna be? I mean, right now, we currently have still the camp claimed at the bottom of the map. And the blue team is nibbling around the edges a little bit, but didn't really make a move for it. If there's a lucky kill by Chromie, then I guess we would have seen a commitment, but not like this. Obviously, all of this was made possible by the rotation down to the bottom of the map from Yrel, so it was a 5 versus 4. Blaze is now trying to take the camp solo, and they are all trying to deal with that a bit. So already down here, we have Genji starting to stop Camembert from rotating topside, but that's not the only hero that made the move. Yeah, but now we have Lolom and X-Ray here too, and Maitri realizes that he fucked up a little bit, because I don't think he expected 3 heroes to appear there all of a sudden. So the second camp is taken by the MC Academy. The traditional trade in camps has been established once again. So, good stuff. Yeah, they're trying to go for Rhaegar. X-Ray is able to make it out. Alright, so X-Ray is out. He quickly escapes. No problem for him. 4-4. We have the first camp about to be taken. The first camp, I mean not the Kazuas. We are talking Shaman camps now. Objective is popping up. So, yeah, slow start. Trying to test the waters a little bit, dip the toe in, see where they can get with all of this and what the next steps are going to be. But as it stands, we're going to have our first little battle happening here. And very curious who walks away with Immortal number 1. But yeah, either way, we currently have a defensive position from the blue team around their own Immortals, so they're not immediately making a move and try to raise the hit points on the objective. Obviously, this time there's no Hanzo involved, was banned out early. We still have with Lunara one hero that can slowly poke this down, and talking about poke, Panda Colada and Chromie is going to chip in a hit or two as well. And here we have it. The stun combos are being executed by the blue team as they're aiming for Uther, but it is Nubarak who's in trouble again, and Camembert is being snacked up here. Yeah, they go for the Panda Colada too. And they're... Oh, Sylvanas! Neat. There's a cool thing in Valencia right now, talking about Camembert. They have a burger festival here. So one of the local football stadiums is completely used now for that burger festival, where you have I think it's like 20 different burger restaurants that have a booth there. And so you can enter, there's like a whole lot of benches, they have a little bit of a light show going on, music. And you pretty much just like can get a burger from each of these, can vote which burger you think is the best. And then over the duration of a week, they're crowning the best burger Valencia. And all of these booths are also, again, connected to restaurants that you have within the city. And it's a pretty cool thing because you have all different styles of burgers and it's really nice. And it's just pretty cool to see people hang out, have some fun, enjoy the good weather. And yeah, then just like crown the best burger. And I think on the last weekend, that's where the choice has already been made. And then of course you can go in and check out the best burger of the year. This is a yearly thing. And I've been there with friends just yesterday, and it's really a lot of fun, and there's so many cool things that they got there. So yeah, very, very nice. So with that, we have the first objective for the Cats, but I gotta say that the blue team at least did really well on keeping the shield low, so it wasn't really all that big. So not a lot of damage, but the wall went down, and we could see a kill against Johanna. No, Jojo is still alive. Okay. 2 kills to 0. And with level 7 in for both of the teams, we still haven't really seen a whole lot of action. Yes, 2 kills to 0, but that's it. And they destroyed a wall. But nothing more is happening there, so time will tell. I actually took a picture yesterday. I probably have to share it on Twitter or something, because I was really wondering which burger I would get. And I was working around a little bit and I couldn't really make a decision. And then I see this one booth, and they have, as part of the booth, it's pretty much like one of these. It looked honestly like a big food truck in a really cool way. And one of the big signs, like they had an insanely big sign there, and it just like said "fuck diets." And the second I saw that, I was like, all right, you got me. So yeah, it was super, super funny. Like people come up with all kinds of crazy shit there, and yeah, it's really cool. But yeah, anyways, that's one of the cool things here. It seems like every month there's something in the city that is just kind of neat, and all the different kinds of flavors and whatnot. But yeah. Okay, anyways, we got level 10 slowly approaching, so it's a bit of a slower start into the game. Leaves us some time for a couple of tangents and stories, but besides that, we are heading now into Immortal Phase number 2, and it's time for heroic abilities to being used here. So, yeah. Let's see what we're gonna get, because already Chromie with the temporal loop can set things up for the stun heroes. I talked about this a little bit during the draft. We got the Blessed Shield, Thornwood Vines for some extra poke from a distance. And yeah, they're already starting to poke it again. The Cats have, of course, carried the momentum from game number 1 with them, and they're going for Camembert again. I mean, they're hungry today. They want that Camembert. And guys, Camembert, if you bake it in the oven a little bit, and then you just have, like, some of those, like, sweet berry sauces, whew, that shit is so damn good. Yeah, baked Camembert in the oven, and I cannot blame them for trying to take an Uberak down over and over and over again. If you run around with a tasty name in a game, then you can't complain if your opponent says like, yeah, I want to get some of that. Panda Colada is already a little bit like on the line, but apparently the Panda is already diverting them enough. Either way, it seems like another objective is going to be taken by the Cats, and this one is much better. I mean, that shield is at 100% right now, but my try goes down, and he is dead. And Captain Rex is also down. And it seems like Lunara fucked up massively here, but Genji is at least going to get this thing. Or is he? He's trying, but he might not be able to get it. But it's so low that I don't believe there's a way for the MC Academy to win the Immortal. Now, they're significantly gonna reduce that shield now. But winning it? Yeah, I do not think so. So, yeah. There it is. What is this? 70%? I'll call 70%. So, they have a really nice shield on this one. They didn't go for the full 100. Again, they lost a couple of heroes, and that also gave us even experience for the two teams and even kills. But here we go. Topside pressure. Urel at the bot lane. Blaze trying to deal with her. And here comes the bad boy. Immortal on a mission. And they should be able to take that fort down. With Lunara here and a bit of the range poke. taking the minion wave, for example, down just like that with the Thornwood Vines and a Condemn, they should be able to take that fort apart. This is going to be the first one to fall for sure. So the blue team still hoping that they can maybe get a kill. There's a Temporal Loop. Where's the follow-up? Yeah, denied. Ult being popped by Urel. The fort is gone as already predicted. And here's the 5 versus 5 battle. And it is Sylvanas that gets murdered by Genji. The Divine Shield Dragon Blade. And they get kill number 2. Blaze is dead as well. Camembert is on the run. And the Cats, ladies and gentlemen, they are crushing today. Game number 1 looking good for them here in their second match of the Gauntlet. They are absolutely doing work here. Gotta give it to the boys. They are applying pressure and they're keeping it up. So once again, we have them moving in. They got the spell shield now in. They have the fort down to 50% at this point. Yeah, scratch to 50. They've nearly got it destroyed. Oh boy. 3-2-5, 13-12, and Cam's up on the map. But thanks to the talent advantage, I think the red team should be pretty confident in their ability to win this battle now. Yeah, and the choke point already is getting controlled here. And Camembert, as I said before, he's already been suffering a little bit. He died 3 times, so needs to be very careful. Goes for the cocoon. They're engaging onto Genji, and that didn't really work out for them. So the cooldown got burned. Didn't get a lot. The camp has already been claimed by the Cats, and now they're looking for an additional kill, and they might be getting it. They go for Camembert. Bunker is up, and the Ancestral has also been used. But yeah, that's a lot of cooldowns just to save the cockroach. And of course, now the bottom fort will be destroyed. There's no denying that. You have the camp, you have Poke from Lunara. Bambi is immediately sitting there, and that is bye-bye fort. So now all of those fountains are gone as the next objective is being used. Okay, so the camps have to be taken again. So they're going to be trying to make the move now for it. But it's even talents on the battle for the Immortal, so that's good news for the MC Academy. Also, just to put this a little bit in perspective, to my knowledge, X-Ray just came home. So I think he, like, keep in mind, the previous series was a 3-0. So it was the shortest possible duration of the previous match. Of course, if this is a 3-1 or a 3-2, then it would last a little bit longer. And with X-Ray apparently just making it in time for this match, they didn't have a lot of warm-up, if I'm not mistaken here. So as far as I'm informed, that's the current situation. So if this is pretty much his warm-up. But he, I don't think, is really the issue here. But either way, it's something to keep in mind. Maybe for game number 2, this is going to change things a little bit. But at least here in the first game, it honestly feels like the Cats are just driving the game. They're driving the agenda here. They're making the calls. They're taking the initiative. They're now going for a kill on Chromie. Chromie is dead. Shut up. And, well, there we go. With her dying, it seems Uther is also biting the dust. And they want more. Look at Drak here. He's incredibly low. And here comes the kill after the stun against Urel. The Space Goat is dead. Genji and Lunara, though, they're still getting kills here. And thanks to the reset on the Swift Strike, Herath is able to make it out. That is also super important. I mean, damn, that is good damage on the keep at the top. And it forces Blaze back as well. So that's nice pressure. Level 16 is available for the Cats now, which gives them once again the lead in talents. Yeah, that's a good shit. This is really pretty good for them, because that means that we now have them with a significant talent advantage. Benediction, for example, coming in, moving in for the objective. And since they've already taken down both of the forts, we're talking keep. Sylvanas is at the bottom of the map right now, doing her thing here. And, well, there's the next one. Johan already doing his thing. Yeah. But they're taking the halftime show. What the blue team has pretty much been doing is trying to get experience on the side lanes, and I honestly don't mind that at all. They realize they will lose the halftime show anyways, but their hopes were apparently that they would get level 16 for at least the fight. They abandoned that already, and instead are now just trying to get some counter damage in to limit the shield value, to stop the bleeding a little bit. But as you can tell, 50 are still remaining, so that shield is still going to be solid. And it is a push through the bot lane that we're going to experience next. Level 16 for the defense is the best that the MC Academy can hope for now. But yeah, time to see what the blue team is made of. Can they stop this? That's the question. Urella's on her way. We got Epic Enter now on level 16. So Nuburak can enter those team fights now in epic fashion. 5 kills to 7. Yeah, and here's a little bit of a moment of truth situation, because that is when you really have to see if you can get a defense going that will stop your opponent from destroying the keep. If you lose a hero or two, though, then the keep might be the least of your problems, because then they might even make a move for the core. Blessed Shield, and Sylvanas is dead. The counter attempted the kill is successful, and they're taking Johanna down. But while this fight is playing out, nobody is dealing with the Immortal. So the Space Goat is dead too. Immortal nearly has the keep. It's gonna be close, but I think they can save it. It's... they do it, yes. Oh, that was really close here. I mean, damn. Good stuff. Where are they? Here. It was like, wait a second. Oh, boy. Okay, that's just fucking cheating. That, I mean, I don't know if I want to applaud him or call him out here, but Hera's moving in on Genji. They worked so hard to make sure that the keep does not fall, and then he just comes in and denies it. So, yeah, he's like, no, boys. Even if I die for this one, I'm going to get this done. 7 kills to 8. At least the fort was destroyed, so they get some value. But with the keep gone, that's still massively annoying. Now, down at the bottom of the map, they're already just waiting this one out. They're still slightly inexperienced and nearly a level ahead. Not quite. But yeah, it's a good start into the series. 34,000 damage for Genji, 45,000 for Chromie. And everybody seems to be waiting for level 20 and for the next Immortal on the map. So a little bit of a waiting game. Especially the cats are playing this a bit safer at this point. And I guess they should. I mean, you're still sitting in a situation where you can just play this slightly safe. Blessed Shield, yeah! Nuburak trying to dive in and immediately being attacked. So I don't think they saw that coming necessarily. Yeah, good for them. Like that move. They go for Captain Rex again. Oh, hit after hit. Another quick play, and this time it's Chromie that dies in the back line. So the flank from the side and the Divine Shield Genji combo worked out perfectly for them. But now he gets targeted, and they might even get a kill here. Camembert's low. Johanna's getting pushed around. It's a 5 versus 4, but they're struggling a bit. They're struggling a bit to stay alive here, but since they all are able to escape, they can now simply tap the fountain and then move back in again. So, yep. Nicely done. Ah, they get the kills when it's important. They really get the kills when it's important, and that's what they're currently doing here. Moving in once more for the big objective, trying to get the 3rd one in a row now, and if they can get the kill here on Vetters, then I think there's no preventing this anymore. Oh boy, Blessed Shield again, on point! And Sylvanas dies too. Guys, that's a triple. They get the triple kill, and I think there is a big L on the horizon for the blue team. I don't think you can recover from this. Level 20, 1.5 level advantage, and probably another near 100% shield on the Immortal. Yeah, have fun dealing with that. This is not going to be easy to stop. This is likely an impossibility. With a Storm Talon advantage, and also, by the way, this top wall has been destroyed. Don't forget about that. That keep has already taken some damage, so that's another thing. Ah, well, and here they go. Starting to move in. Trying to make the plays here. It is time to party. I guess that is gonna be the end of it. Unless, of course, they can set the defense up properly. Maybe flank in. They have a 5 versus 5 again. Immortal is on the way. There's still a camp at the bottom of the map, but Nuburak enters the thingy and is still fine here. So yeah, here comes another quick move. They lose 2. Genji is dead and Urel is dead and Uther is dead. Okay, so much for the game ending here. Yeah, nice. The MC Academy, everybody. I like it. They got some spunk. Now, the keep is gonna fall. That's 100%. But if they can get a few more kills, that's a different story. And we have a level 20 on both sides now. But this was actually pretty cool. Yeah, Uther is about to fall. He has redemption, so maybe he can still make it. And the problem is that the Immortal still needs to be dealt with because the keep is gone and he is working on the core now. They can't chase this too hard. Now, they're getting Drak here too, but that leaves Jojo alive. But I'm still a little bit worried. I don't know if they're realizing how much damage this thing is going to do. I mean, guys, we had 48%. 48%, and all that Jojo has to do now is buy a little bit of time. Can they end here? They got Sylvanas. I don't think they can. Genji and Rel are both going to be back. They can get a keep. That's more than they expected, probably. But at the top lane, there's still the Ford standing. What a game. What a game. This is actually a little bit insane now, all of a sudden. Yeah, they won't be able to end the game unless they get kills. If they get a few kills, they got cocoons, they could force the fight. What a game! That top engage, so good from the MC Academy. I couldn't believe it that they were able to get those kills this early. But now it's core attacked. 3 seconds for Uther. He has the Divine Shield. Oh no, Johan! The core is losing hit points. There's the Ancestral, but now they have nearly everybody back. And Genji with the Divine Shield is ripping them a new one. 1 down, 2 down. They're trying to go for more. Yeah, it was a good attempt. It was a really, really good attempt at a comeback for the MC Academy. They have the core down to 86%. But I think, yeah, this is likely the end of it. They're slowing Camembert down. That's another kill on him. 15 kills, 212. And X-Ray, he's getting away. But there's already 2 catapults up on the core. And of course, this is all she wrote here. But still, very, very nice move. And a good shot at trying to take it down. I love how Rhaegar's trying to solo it right now. He's like, I can do it. Let's go. But of course, this is a victory for the Cats. But still, pretty cool move there towards the end from the MC Academy, but we have the 1-0 lead in the best of 5 now for the Cats.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Towers of Doom, map number 2. The Cats are on a tear today. Technically, they are 4-0 already when it comes to these gauntlet matches, these stepladder matches. Now, for the MC Academy, as I mentioned, they had some of their players coming in very, very late just before the match started because the previous series was so quick. So now that we're heading into Towers of Doom, there's of course a chance that they're now a little bit warmed up. And it was a very solid attempt to bring this back towards the end there. I mean, they had the core down to like 80-something points. Not sure if there was anything they could have done if Chromie joined, but she barely saved the core, so there's that. But yeah, let's get ready for map number 2 and see if the blue team can put a point onto the board or if the Cats are just gonna continue their absolutely crazy run today. They're really, really aiming for that spot in Paris, aren't they? So we already got it here. We got Lucio banned out. Obviously another map where globals are playing a big role. At this point we got Junkrat banned. Haven't seen the Haka today. It was really weird to me on Cost Hollow in the previous series that we had a severe lack of globals. I mean, we had ETC with the stage dive, but I would have expected the Haka to at least be once today already. This is a really good map for him, so we could see him here. And it's also a map where we've seen a lot of false stat. Depends a little bit on what the teams are going to try and pull off here. Again, the ban on Garrosh, so they're sticking with it. After what happened in the first match, I don't blame them at all. Johan has been excelling with his Garrosh performance time and time again, so shutting him down there early, limiting the playmaker potential that he has at the front line is definitely a good thing. But here comes first pick for the blue team. Map choice has been made by the three-legged Cats. And, well, what are we starting off with? There's a lot that we can take on the top lane, by the way, too. So, we still have Blaze, we have Hogga, we have Leo, even Urel that can be picked here, Dehaka, of course, as I mentioned, and we get Dehaka, so yes, we get the global. And I like that. Again, for this map, even better than for others. Are we getting something nasty here? Do we get a Chromie again? Do we get a Sergeant Hammer, for example? Any of this? I wouldn't mind seeing a bit of a Tracer play again, too. And now that I think about it, oh god, there's so many games that we had in the round robin that I honestly sometimes just can't remember which team played what. But I don't think that we had any Viking performances from these two. But this is something that on Towers of Doom has now every now and then popped up again. Vikings are a little bit strange because they are going through cycles pretty much. They are starting to become popular as teams are like, alright, let's macro this a little bit. Then opposition gets better and better at dealing with it and it's like, yeah, Vikings, whatever. But we had a lot of the top teams dabble in them every now and then and test them out here. Lolom on Liming here already. We got Stukov. Okay. And for me, more importantly, I would really like to know what Johan is going to play now. Now that this Garrosh is eliminated. Could of course go Jojo again, but this is also a really good map for Muradin. Like, we get a lot of Muradin picks in Towers of Doom. A little bit similar to Dragonshire, honestly. Dragonshire is another one of these maps where you get a lot of this. Okay, here's Genji. Quickly banned. And what's the ban against the red team? I mean, who do you target now? At this point, I'm looking towards Drakia and I'm like, yeah, maybe get rid of some of his heroes. They used in the last few matches a lot of Lunara too, and you can play her here as well. Sylvanas isn't banned either yet, so you have still Sylvanas available, but there's continuing to target Johan at the front. Do we get a Sylvanas pick? I would be a bit disturbed if nobody would pick her. So eventually she needs to be taken here, right? I mean, it's easy access on any bell tower that you can get. Can of course always argue that with the Haka on the side of the blue team now, you have to at least think about your own globals and what you want to play there. And well, that's exactly what they do. They go for Falstad, so they have him. And we have Johan with Diablo. Now, we have still Muradin available if they want to go for the dwarves, so the front line. I mean, obviously, we still have plenty of frontliners. So you're not going to run out of tanks anytime soon, and only 2 have been banned. So Muradin is one of the likely choices, but they could also, with Stukov, still play a Nubarak again and go into that dive style where they dive in with the Nubarak, they follow up with the Stukov lurking arm and just use Liming to get the damage connected. But they go for ETC here, so also playing around the stun a little bit. We got Tychus for the extra damage, and also of course for his Odin, which is also quite important. And a Drak here is the final pick. No Sylvanas, still. And they go for Lunara. Alright, Towers of Doom, map number 2. Let's go everybody. The Cats against the MC Academy. Game number 2, the Cats are in the lead, the best of 5 continues, the winner moves on to face off against Granite Gaming. Left side of the map, the MC Academy, with X-Ray on Stukov, we got Lolom on Liming, currently got Vedders on Dehaka, and we got the Panda Colada on Tychus with Camembert on ETC. The 3-legged cat with Dracula on Lulnara. Johan is playing Diablo this time. I mean, they really targeted him at the front line. 2 of his tanks were banned out. Might try and Blaze, Captain Rax on Rega, and Falstad is played by Hirath. Okay, let's go. And let's see what they are gonna do here in the early game. Seems like everybody is totally willing to commit to a 5 versus 5 in the mid lane. Nobody's splitting off towards the side. It's just like YOLO. Camembert misses the slide though, so that already shuts their opportunity down a bit. Slight damage. Not a single stack, by the way, for Falstad. Yeah, he centered it right into the middle and could not get the connect there whatsoever. A little bit of a sad panda moment for him, I suppose. But yeah, just what it is. Either way, that's where we are. Game number 2. Can they tie the series, or are we going to see a 2-0 lead for the Cats? Are they going to continue that winning? I mean, I don't want to call it tradition yet, but they definitely have a bit of a winning streak today. Yeah, the winner of this best of 5 moves on to face off against Granite Gaming, and then there's the final boss that is Team Rage Quit. Which is good for Team Rage Quit. I mean, again, they came in 4th place, so that means they have to only win 1 single series to make it to Paris. Which is kind of nice for them as well. Lolom nearly caught there. 1 more stun and that would have been the end of Liming, but she's able to portal over the wall. The Haka will be a thorn in their side later in the fights. The global mobility that he brings to the table is always kind of neat. But yeah, so with that. We have Cat and Rex now down there at the bot lane, helping the teammates out, keeping them alive. It's a full commitment from the blue team. Yeah, only the side laners are missing right now. But that's good damage and good pressure from the MC Academy. They're really trying now to get the lead here, to drive the agenda a bit and get a point onto the board. Now, when we're talking about this map, obviously late game is everything. If you get late game momentum and some late game pressure, then you can turn any game around. We've seen so many games where a team was on single-digit points on the core and then they were still able to win the whole thing because they got some momentum in the late game, they converted some of the bell towers over, and then they just murdered with one altar channel after another the opponent's team, caught up with them in core points, and then sometimes even just converted all of the bell towers and started the barrage and just won the game right there. So while the early game is obviously still impactful and matters, and if you are getting ahead, then that's still a really nice buffer that you have there. This is the best comeback map in the game at this point, simply because a scaling composition can help you to still bring the game back. Drag here is dead, or at least should be. And yep, there it is. The slide and the kill stayed a little bit too long, but the same applies to Liming too. Seems like we're gonna get 2 against 1. Yeah, 2 against 1 altar for in favor of the Cats. Easy exchange between 2, 3 up on the map. And with Forster channeling now the top right, that's another 4 shots fired against the blue team. So already a tiny advantage for the Cats here. Nothing crazy, nothing insane, but again, adds up. Level 7 is into, with ETC sliding in for a kill on Diablo. They're also body blocking him into oblivion, and Rhaegar's just too far away to help him out in anyway, so that's a kill. Nicely done. And they are 5-manning this down here again. But they're getting their kills now. It's 2 kills to 1. Camembert maybe a little bit too far out there for just a second, but it's not enough damage, and one of the towers is down anyways. With the kill against Diablo, they are exploiting the lack of a frontliner on the red team though, and they're going for the camp. So that's a couple more pumpkins that they can now escort into the structures and open that wall up even further, which is exactly what they are doing here. So we got the Haka still at the top. Vera so far did not move down to that battle. Everybody's just waiting for the level 10 abilities, taking it a bit easy. The blue team, after stealing away the pumpkin camp, is now aiming for their own. ETC anchoring that play. Needs to be very careful though. He might actually die here, but still had the... Yeah, could still push them back, and Dibbles is dead again. Yeah, now the Cats are starting to get pummeled at the front a bit. Lolom is real low. Good damage from Drag here. But Diablo died now for... Was that the 3rd time? Nah, 2nd time. They got yeah, exactly. They got Lunara once early. But yeah, so Diablo pretty much died, came back and died again. Veni, Vidi, BG. He came, he saw, and he died. But he's still gonna be fine. 64 stacks. The problem is that the bell tower conversion at the bot lane is now slowly starting up for the Academy. And again, bot lane is always the most important. Well, generally speaking, the lane where you have the most mercenary camps is the most important in the game. And in this case, and in Dragonshire, on Dragonshire, it's the bot lane. Once that you have that, you can use 2 pumpkin camps to directly pressure the opponent's core. Something to definitely keep in mind here. So bot lane more important than any other on Towers of Doom. Shots are being fired, and again channeled by the Cats. So kind of unfortunate for the MC Academy, honestly, because they are the ones that will have level 10 sooner. If they could have interrupted just one more time, it would have been very, very likely that they can take the altar, simply because there's no way that the Cats would have fought against level 10. There's the mosh pit. We got the Thornwood Vines. Falstad, obviously, can always try to go for the interrupt here. We got also an Apocalypse. Can make a couple of plays around that. And all the way topside, still our 2 side laners locked into that battle, with Blaze now picking the bunker as per usual agreement. It's an interesting game already though. There's more kills, more pressure from the MC Academy, but they are not really able to win the objective just now. But as I said earlier, with the potential momentum in the late game, if they can build a lead, they can exploit that. But so far it's not really the case yet, so time will tell. But it's already a pretty decent buffer for the Cats, nothing crazy. But yeah, will tell. But either way, we now have already Camembert at the front, looking for an engage, always threatening that Mosh. There's the APOC. Yeah, they had to move away from that, zoning more than anything else. There's the Mosh Pit, but only hitting Rhaegar, and that's a bit of a problem if they can get the kill in the meantime while the dog is dancing. And yeah, that's a nice little play, but that wasn't the case here. So we still got Lunara trying to poke, but they steal the camp, so good for them. Can they get out though? Because they're still getting poked here, but thanks to the lurking arm that we're getting from Stukov, he's zoning them away here. Now, some of the pumpkins made it at the top straight into the bell tower, so this one has suffered a few hit point losses too. These two are not going to make it either. And we have another altar down here. Diablo with the interrupt, nice. Allows for a bit of time so that the rest of the team can move in and help out. Goes in for the quick channel. Might try with the bunker, was a bit low, might need the Ancestral here too. Unless he has the fountain still up. Gets the Ancestral, but here comes Odin, and they get pushed away. Looking a little bit better now for the MC Academy. Stukov is in this case the one to continue the channel. Yeah, and he gets interrupted too. So they're still fighting for this one. It seems like the Haka might actually be falling. But a gust to save Johan, and they're starting to create a bit more space around the altar for the Cats here. So they're doing their best to claim that space and get the position. With Blaze now moving into the mid lane already. So they're buying a little bit of time for him. The Haka's doing the same thing. The side laners are both moving away. And here comes Lunara again. Not falling for that little attempt by Li Ming to get the combo out. Diablo is low, but the poke from Lunara also continues. Needs to get away from the Haka here, and does. But Blaze has now rotated topside. It seems like they're going to give this one up in favor of some extra push and experience. And yes, they let the altar slide. X-Ray channels it successfully. Whereas My Try is going to get additional experience for the team. The Cats now with the early level 13. And it seems like they might just invade that camp down here. At least they're thinking about it. But once again, Camembert is anchoring the play in the bush and making sure that nobody can get there too easily. So, yeah, there it is. Top side, still, yeah, My Try doing his thing. Quick tongue attempt. That one missed. Yeah, so Johan is still dealing with those pumpkins down here at the bottom. It's an interesting one. Level 13 is in, 3 kills to 1. They're trying to go for Li Ming, and they get her. Ming is dead, and oh boy. Camembert gets attacked, good shove. There's always the threat of the mosh pit, so you gotta be careful that you don't stack up too heavily when you're trying to take him down. Or he might just turn around and make you dance. No holy cow in this one, no divine shield. But still, they are poking at the bottom of the map now. 3 kills to 2, leading experience is there. But the MC Academy is looking a bit better than on the last map. Ancestral is immediately out, right away. Nicely done. And here comes the Haka. The tongue misses and falls dead. He doesn't take any chances. He comes in with a gust and then pushes them back immediately. That was a nice move by him. Again, better safe than sorry. But that also means that at least for this potential encounter, it's not something that they can rely upon. It's still a 3 versus 4 though, because Blaze is already moving towards the top. And again, they have done quite some damage here, so this bell tower could be converted over quicker than the one at the bot lane that we saw taken earlier. So the easy exchange between the bell towers now, it's only 2 of the... the easy exchange in altars. Each team still with 4 shots fired. Still has that 4-point lead now, but a level ahead for the Cats. They're trying for a kill, and the Panda Colada made it out. Yeah, he made it out, but those towers are now falling. So the wall is opened up at the bot lane too. I like it. It's a continuous back and forth right now, so definitely a little bit less one-sided than our previous series. But of course, the verdict isn't out yet in game number 1. Okay, there's another gust, and yep. Oh, that APOC gets value. There's the kill, and there's the double, baby. They go for the double kill, they lock it in, and they get the triple. Yeah, easy triple kill right here. Diablo coming in, as you can see, with the APOC. And then they get the kill on Stukov. They follow up with ETC, and even the Haka dies, and that is massive momentum now that they can use to take down the bell tower at the bottom of the map. They have level 16 that they could use with all of this, of course, but the gap in experience has now even been widened by the Cats. But that talent advantage allows them to easily take things like this pumpkin camp away from the opponent, and it comes at such a great moment in time, because now we're talking about a triple altar phase that is coming up. There's a 5 versus 3 bell tower situation going on, and you're behind a talent. So the Cats should get 2 out of the 3. They should get 2 out of the 3 altars, and that's 10 points off the core. Somebody needs to deal with these down here too. They're already pushing even for more. They're thinking about trying to convert another bell tower over, which would make matters worse. Falstad, nobody's even trying to interrupt him, so he's going to get this easily. Rhaegar is doing the same thing here, and they're still hoping that they can maybe go for the triple on the altars. And you know what? They just might. And, well, they let go of the right side of the map. So 19 points to 28, but it is, of course, a bit of a risk that is associated with this now as well. I'm honestly not quite sure if that's really what they should do here. 2 out of 3 isn't bad, unless they get the kills now. Yeah, stun into stun, and hello, team! ETC! He tried, but he died! He's dead, and so is the Haka. They're gonna get the bell tower now. They're gonna take the bell tower, and that's another 12 points removed. Oh my god. I mean, maybe they gambled a little bit here, but this is insane! Panda Colada, the heal! He's alive! But they're going to get even more points now. Diablo is taking the bell tower at the top. Falstad is channeling on the right. That's 6 shots fired. Boom! We're looking at 13 points to 28. And yes, they are going to get this one as well. Maybe they can be interrupted one more time, but not even that's happening. So it's single digits on the core now. 7 to 28 in favor of the Cats. And guess what? They're not stopping here. They're coming in with another 4 shots against the MC Academy as they take the boss with ease. The blue team is just trying to take some of those bell towers back, and they will. But at this rate, a single altar channel is going to end the game. And to make matters worse, it's not even the altar channel, guys. 3 pumpkins and it's over. And you know what they have? They have this little fucker over here. That little dwarf on the bird. So one good gust, if you can escort the minions over, the pumpkins, up here, and then you gust, that might be game. So yeah, this is big. This is really big. Look where Falstad is. Falstad is already in position. There's the APOC, they're trying to buy a little bit of time. And there's the kill on Liming, there's the gust. They're getting more kills. Some of the pumpkins will fall, but they're getting so much momentum here. The Ancestral from Rhaegar, 1 kill is already in. Shots are being fired. 1 pumpkin made it through. The core is down to 2 points. Boss is up in another 3, I think, 4 minutes. And yep, they are going for additional bell towers now that they eliminated Liming, which was definitely one of the bigger threats for, well, not in terms of damage that she brought to the table so far. I mean, she's at half of what we're seeing from Tychus, but definitely she has the reset potential and can carry the late game fights. But now we have level 20 ready, which gives us the Forest's Wrath. We also have the Burn Notice, and a double altar is now activating, and all you gotta do is channel 1. All you gotta do is channel 1. 1 altar, and Bob's your uncle. They're going for the kill, and there it is. Stukov is dead. That has to be game. That has to be game. Liming is coming from the top, but without a support... actually... Captain Rex, they go for Liming, and she's dead too. Yeah, now it's a 5 versus 3. Wind Tunnel has already been used. There's no way they can win this. They can just sneak in the channel. This is exactly what they're doing. And this is game. 2-0 lead for the red team. Once again, the Cats take another victory here. And they take a 2-0 lead in the best of 5 against the MC Academy. Game number 3 to Spider Queen. I don't know what to tell you guys. The cats, chat already was talking about earlier how they found their fourth leg. So the fourth-legged cat is absolutely murdering it today. They won 5 maps in a row now. 3 in the previous series, 2 already against the MC Academy. And, well, the blue team finds themselves now in the exact same situation that Inting for Ruby found themselves in. Namely, 0-2 against the Cats, so if they want to advance, if they still want to have a chance to make it to the offline event in Paris, they gotta pull off a reverse sweep. So, good luck with that. Not impossible, but definitely not easy. And you gotta come out swinging in game number 3 and really make a bit of a statement here. Initially, it didn't look that bad on the last map, but yeah, that momentum around level 16, I believe it was just a little bit too much. Okay, so we got Junkrat banned this time. Do they ban Garrosh again? They banned Lucio like they did before. So far their pattern was to get rid of Garrosh. Do they still do that? Or is that another hero where they are saying like, okay, banning Garrosh doesn't work, we gotta do something else? Nope, they still are more afraid of Garrosh than anything else here. Understandably so. I can't name one specific hero throughout the last few games that was really their downfall. It's just that the Cats are... they feel more coordinated and they just vibe a little bit better at this point. So, yeah. Jojo gets banned too. And what's the first pick now? Are we going to go for another round of Blaze early on? Or a different approach? Nope, it's Blaze still. Vetters locks him in. Blaze is gonna go for the big burn. Yeah, and with that, the double pick. Can't believe that I'm saying this, but I would honestly not mind seeing a Tracer again at some point. It feels like it's been a hot minute since we've had a Tracer being played. So, yeah. Especially, of course, with one of our Tracer players being forced into a main tank position all the time lately, because Masquerade can't be bothered to show up for his games. The man's too busy. Regan Hanzo. Okay. There's a lot of pressure on the blue team now. I mean, just imagine that you're like 0-2, you know that you have to win 3 in a row, and then you're sitting there in the draft and you know that any decision that you make right now could be a massive mistake that leads to you being eliminated from the tournament. Chromie and Malfurion. Alright, so we get the Chromester again. And the man with the green beard. I always thought that Tyrande is the Karen of the Storm because of her green hair, but honestly, if you think about it, it could be Malfurion. I mean, he went so far that he literally colored his eyebrows. I mean, that is next level Karen right there. And he always has this frown on his face as well. You just know he wants to talk to the manager and complain. You know he does. So yeah, maybe it has been Malfurion after all. Okay. Inubara gets banned, with this time targeting the frontliners a little bit more aggressively. There's still Murden up for grabs, Diablo is still there. Very likely we're going to see those two make an appearance. No, maybe not. Murden gets banned. Okay, so I guess it's another Diablo play for Johan. Or does he have different plans here? Ah, it's not too shabby. You go for another Apocalypse. Could even just go Lightning Breath and do that. But, yeah. I've been looking at the portrait of Malfurion the entire time. Stitches! Nice! I've been looking at the portrait of Malfurion the entire time, ever since I mentioned his frown. And I've seen that frown before. Angie! He has the same smile like Angela. Malfurion Merkel. Apparently. Alright. I can see that. He's the female Angie. The same winning smile. Beautiful. Okay, final 2 picks. Greymane and Tyrael. Here we go. So Sanctification together with Blaze and his bunker. You got Chromie behind it. Greymane can be powered by that, but we got Stitches on the other side. For the quick hook, we need a bit of a stun ones that they come out. Honestly, I'm wondering what the last pick is going to be. You could go for another melee here, but if you do, then it needs somebody that can use a stun once that Stitches lands a hook or uses a Gorge. I don't think that Leo alone is enough here, even if it's an Entomb. This is too big a cooldown to use there. But they go for Sylvanas, so they have now 2 heroes that can push and pressure. Well guys, it's game 3, so this is the chance now for the Cats to make it to the next round of the stepladder system and to face off in another best of 5 against Granite Gaming. Tomb of Spider Queen, Cats against the MC Academy. Let's see who takes it. Game number 3, the opportunity, the final opportunity for the MC Academy to bring this back and, yes, pick up that gauntlet and start fighting the Cats here, who found their 4th leg apparently and are using it very impressively to take the opponent down. So can they do it again? Well, we'll see. So right now the moves are being made. On the left side we got Vetters on Blaze, we got Lolom on Greymane, we got the Panda Colada on Chromie, X-Ray playing Malfurion, and Camembert on Tyrael. Towards the right side of the map, it is the Cats, with Captain Rex on Rega, Dracula and Sylvanas, Mitra and Leo, Johan on Stitches, and Tirath is playing Hanzo. Let's go, and let's see if there is a chance for the MC Academy to prolong this a little bit and to make sure that they're having an opportunity to win all of this after all. Time will tell. For now, things are looking very good for the Cats. 5 games in a row were now taken by them. And they got a composition that I just have to believe they are still quite comfortable with here. So, can they pull it off? Yes, no, we will find out. I mean, at this point, we already got down to the bottom of the map. Our 1 versus 1 between Leo and the other guy. Blaze, exactly. That's his name. Uh-oh. Camembert got nearly murdered here. He nearly got Hanzo'd. Herath already had his number more or less, was trying to aim for a hit. Ooh. Corona. Oh my god. Wow, what was that? Got a frog stuck in my throat or something. Holy hell. Oh. Even a little bit of drinking didn't fix it completely. Whew. What the hell? Ah. Feels like I ate a fly or something. Okay. I think we're halfway back here. If I'm all of a sudden start dying, someone call an ambulance or whatnot. But yeah, so we got level 3 versus level 3. Nothing really has happened yet, so we didn't miss anything. But yep. We got our camps in the middle taken by both teams. They went for the quick mercenary camps here. So for the hard camp, the bruisers are in the house. Johan is still trying to go for a hook after another. We got the Austin's renewal for a little bit of self-sustain for Leo. And the fight here still continues with Malfurion going into Shandor's Clarity, which I still claim sounds like it is alcohol. If you tell me, hey, do you want to have a Shandor's Clarity? I mean, people have been arguing that it more sounds like weed, but honestly, for me, it kind of feels like that's a drink. That sounds like some kind of moonshine thing that you can buy somewhere or some local brew or whatnot. So, yeah, 100%. Shandor's Clarity, either it's like a wheat brand or it's that. You can make up your mind on this one, but I have to say that something isn't involved. So, yeah. But either way, so Chromie gets attacked a little bit at the top and has to be careful, but the blue team at least is now focusing on the bottom Siege Giants. There's nothing that the Cats can really do. They were hoping to get some value at the top and are still fighting it out with Chromie and with Tyrael here. So the Siege Giants have been locked in and can do a bit of damage at the bot lane, I gotta believe. But we also have 15 to 13 turned in, so a couple of gems have at least been acquired. We got Johan still playing this out slightly. Yep. Could come in again here too. Not a lot of stacking going on. Chrome is the only one, honestly, that is stacking. Hanzo, I guess, a bit too, but still. So, Camembert gets again poked very low. Hi, good sanctification later on from Tyrael can really change the entire fight. So he's gonna play a huge role in these battles and has a lot of responsibility on his shoulders. But at this point, they are trying to target him pretty significantly in an attempt to slowly take him down a little bit. So, yeah, they're doing as much as they can. to make their life a little bit harder and get that early kill, because up to this point we haven't really seen a kill. They go for Chromie, and again she's dropping low, but they can't get her. Instead, it might just be... Yes, it's Hanzo. He tried to dodge the cocktail, but he couldn't. Problem is that Greymane also died for this. So yeah, he got a little bit cheeky there, was able to get the kill, but then Stitches came in and just hammered him into the ground. So the kill is in, and we got 34 gems delivered by the Cats. Yeah, their pressure plays, they continue. They're still trying to make this happen for themselves. And here it is, the first red web weaver wave is now coming down. So they are able to get objective number 1. And they're seemingly focusing on to the top lane with this. At least that's what it looks like they're going to try and do here. With a little play down here against Lolo. Malfurion, careful, drops the root right away. End is dead, but so is Sylvanas. Chromie punishing her for her sins. Yeah, I like it. All of a sudden we are having a pretty aggressive game on our hands. In the early game it seemed like both of them were a bit more reluctant to engage into big battles, and we didn't get a kill for quite some time. But right now the opposite is happening. Everybody is just looking to be a bit more aggressive, to look for the next kill, to make a big play. So yeah, they are doing and actually making a pretty fun and entertaining game happen in front of us now, with the first weapon wave at the top lane, destroying the wall. It's nothing crazy where they are all of a sudden able to go for, let's say, the fort directly, but this is still some nice damage that they were able to do here. One of the walls is down, the second one at the bottom of the map has also been destroyed, so that's 2 that they could easily get there. And with that, the blue team can, of course, repay them in kind if they are able to go for the turn-in and then get an objective themselves, which is what they are essentially going to aim for here. But alright, level 10 abilities are in. A little bit of a head start for the Cats that allows them to turn the 22 gems that Yon was holding in. Sylvanas, by the way, not with the Wailing Arrow, so they didn't go for the budget Buried Alive, Entomb plus Wailing Arrow. But instead, they opt for the Mind Control. And on the other side, we got the Heroics as well. There's no surprises here. Malfurion is still holding his level 10 back, so he's threatening a Twilight Dream. Sanctification and Bunker were more or less a given. And once again, they're starting to make their plays here. Johan, come on, Bear. They're already going to do their thing here. We still have, yeah, Stitches trying for the hook. Okay, couldn't quite make that work. And here comes the camp of Sylvanas. So, Sylvanas is starting to move this in all the way up towards the top. We got the Panda Colada. Chromie still defending the lane, but the blue team now has the Web Weaver, so it's always just play for play. 2 kills to 2, level 11 on both sides, 1 Web Weaver for another. But there's the hook and the Mind Control. Actually, that's not too bad. The Gorge too, so they're really trying to just like stagger these things. But Camembert is still able to survive. He had 34 gems. If he could have removed those, oof, that would have been big. But, well, he survived. He made it out. Down to the bottom of the map, where Beavers are now finally being attacked by Leo. He's clearing all of this. Top lane has been defended. Nice triple arrow, but cleansed out by Malfurion, who went into Tranquility. And they are trying to go for the fort, and it seems like they'll get this one. Yeah, they're gonna take the entire thing down. We got also the Entomb as Leo is flanking in, but I think he was a bit too optimistic and he dies. Now it's only Leo, so he'll be back soon, but this is the first game at the MC Academy is starting to take a significant lead, and if they can use that momentum, they might just be able to finally put a point on the board and maybe even start that comeback that we've been talking about. Yeah, still the aggression down at the bottom. Going with all the time with Sylvanas, going for the Mind Control here. And Mind Control after a hook is actually not that bad of an idea. But against Tyrael, I mean, his mobility, you have to kill him really quickly if you want to do anything there. Okay, so we got a bit of a pause happening on the blue team side. Lolom pausing it up. I don't think they dropped anybody here, so maybe it's just a bit of a tech issue that they have on voice. It's most of the time the case. Now, looking at the damage output, we have 25,000 by Hanzo and 24,000 by Greymane. And we have another turn-in opportunity for both teams. Now, the difference is that the blue team hasn't turned in anything yet. I mean, again, they just had a Beaver Wave, so duh. But the red team has already secured themselves 35 gems. So if they can take another 20, then they're going to be in a good spot here. And they need to turn in on multiple heroes in order to make that work. In 3, actually, right now. They need to deliver with 3 heroes gems to get that turn in. Now, Panna Colada at the top is very likely going to be able to turn his 13 in without even being threatened here. And I'm pretty sure that they also know that he has that window where he can do that. But the blue team has done a bit more damage with that first Web Beaver push that they had. Taking the fort down in the middle removes the first fountain here. So that's a little bit of the sustain at least gone. And that's definitely going to help. The experience for both of the teams is still nearly even, so that means level 13 for both sides. On level 7, we got the second helping, by the way, so also with the Gambit that we get from Stitches here. Let's not forget about that. If he dies, he's going to lose some of these stacks that he has there. But with level 13, there's the extended hook range now too. And that, of course, is also pretty big. Now you're even more of a threat. But the red team has turned in, so they were able to deliver. And that's the next Web Weaver wave. And now they have to take some of these forts down. Yeah, you gotta do some work now. You gotta be able to at least take a few of them down. Do that, or you are gonna run into trouble. Because again, if you're just getting gem after gem turned in, but you get 0 value for it, then this is not gonna bode well for you. Nice, nice mind control, but the sanctification is there. There's the arrow, and they get the kill. Beautiful plays around Greymane right now. I like it. First the mind control, the counter with the sanctification, but the arrow perfectly timed. There's a triple kill. Guys, the cats, seriously, they found the 4th leg, and now that they are finally completed, they are murdering people. I mean, what the fuck? Check this one out again. That was such a nice play. So here they come in, they get the hook, or they go for him with the mind control, not the hook. Then the sanctification, and then Herath with the arrow, just with the perfect timing. They get the stun, they get the kill, and then they are just completely controlling the play afterwards to add 2 additional kills to it. Now they've destroyed not only 1 fort, but they've taken down the fort at the bot lane, the one at the mid lane, and at the top lane. As you can see, this one is going to be destroyed too. And even the walls are taking damage. The one in the middle of the map has been more or less, well, not quite destroyed, but the tower is down. This one is down to half HP. But this is such a great move from them. So yeah, nicely played. There was also a little bit of hesitation, it seemed, from Greymane, because initially he went for the bunker. That was also a bit of a problem that they layered the 2 ults, the sanctification and the bunker, but it was a bit of a panic moment for them. But I felt there was hesitation from him to enter the bunker. When he saw the sanctification, he was like, oh shit, I should actually try and turn it now with sanctification and make a play. And Herath, he exploited that completely. Oh, the hook, the gorge. If they can get the kill now, that would be so good for them. Yeah, mind control and the sanctification denying it again. And there's Chromie. Kills for the blue team would help their push, of course, a lot as well. But it seems all that's being exchanged here is heroic ability. So far we didn't see a single kill, but this might be the first one. They go for it, and they get a double even. Sylvanas and Leo are both dead, and that is huge. 5 kills to 5. There it is. The cats were trying to go for a sneaky kill against the Blaze, but now they lost 2 of their heroes, and the Web Weavers are still on the way. Up at the bot lane, yeah, this one is not going to do jack shit, but up at the top, I guess this fort might be in trouble. And of course, the blue team is hoping for a lot more here. They are hoping to destroy the keep in the middle. 16 versus 16, both teams are locking in their additional talents, and Sylvanas is back in 4 seconds. Yeah, but I absolutely love this. Back and forth, just blow for blow. The 2 of them really fighting this out now on map number 3, with the cats rocking such a big advantage in the series. But another hook, another gorge, and they're trying for it again. And this time there's no sanctification. There's the mind control, that's the end of Blaze. Blaze goes down, they want more. The top fort has fallen, and they get more, by the way. X-Ray is dead too, so they get 2 quick kills. Leo has to deal with the top lane push. Greymane is just still sitting at the side here, is also moving back. Not enough for a turn in. Oh, there it is. The drop of Tyrael. And now they can go for the boss, and indeed they do. What a cool game now. What a cool game. Back and forth the entire time here. Even the blind took. Checking if somebody is maybe hoping for some easy damage on the left. Chromie could have been there. So they took the camp instead, but the boss is now taken, and they are starting to control the flow of the game a bit better. Especially pushing the mid lane out is of course important to them, since their keep in the middle is incredibly low, so you got to protect that as best as you can. Talking about protecting things, Mitra is doing that at the bottom of the map now too. One of the big problems is honestly the gap in experience that has been created by the Cats. They are now a level ahead of their opponent's team, and they still pressure the top a bit. Leo is now coming in. They at least want to destroy the wall here. They're not fully committed to this. Why would they? They are currently ahead. Don't want to throw that away. Turn in all the gems that you have. Get rid of those 57 that you're currently holding. Secure them. Make sure that even if you lose a hero or two, it's not that big of a setback. Mitra in particular has to deliver the 22 gems here eventually, but he's still working on it. And honestly, a few more gems for him, and that means that if they can just shield him, he's going to be able to get the turn in for them. So, yeah, there's that. But they're invading here. They steal it! They take the camp! Nice! They stole the camp! That's their chance to get the keep. Chromie with the timeout, blocking the hook. Alright, and on top of that, we now got, by the way, Pulverize. Is that a chance? Can they actually take this one? There's the attempt to go for the keep. And honestly, they might just be able to with Chromie. Yeah, there's another Gorge. The Sanctification has been used again. Yeah, Sank is already out, but they're deep. Keep is likely going to fall, but so does Leo, and that is a problem. With Greymane murdering that keep, can they go deeper? They are trying. Leo is back in 40. They want more here. And they get the kill on Sylvanas. What? The MC Academy, guys. The MC Academy. Johan is on the run, but he dies too. And they pull it off. They can go for the core here. 8 kills to 8. They close the gap in experience once again, and now they're trying to take the core down. There's only 2 defenders left, and it seems that Hanzo might not make it either. Oh, Rega got caught. Self-Ancestrals. But even with Leo back to business, it's not looking good. Look at Greymane. He's absolutely destroying the core right now. He's a beast on those structures. 30% on the core, and the MC Academy is fighting back here. Yeah, that is game. A point on the board for the blue team as they take the Cats down on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Good news for us, we get more games. MC Academy fighting back here. That was a pretty nice turnaround on map 3 that they had there. Honestly, after the turn-in and the 3 forts fell, it seemed like it's just another victory for the Cats. But then the fight that they executed in the middle, the Cats, it didn't really work out. They lost 2 of their heroes, and with Greymane and, of course, Tyrael, the explosion, the sanctification, everything that they had there, they just took it. They went for the camp, stole that first. With the help of it, they destroyed the keep, and then they realized, wait a second, boys, we can actually go for it. And that is exactly what they did here. So, we are on Cursed Hollow, and it was a map choice made by the Cats. So the Cats actually came in and said, we want Cursed Hollow. We don't want to have first pick, we don't want to have first ban, we're going to go for Cursed. So Lucio gets banned again. If the pattern holds, then Garrosh is going to be eliminated as the second ban by the blue team. And Dehaka, as a global, gets removed from the Cats. So they take that away. No globals this time. Well, at least not Dehaka. Still Brightwing, Falstad, Vikings. A man can dream. ETC with Stage Dive. Still a few on the board. So, but yeah, I would assume that we're going to get Garrosh eliminated again. No? Yeah, there he is. Very different approach to this series than Inding for Ruby had in the previous one. They didn't respect Garrosh enough. You could always argue they paid the price for it, you know, like they lost, but then again, even with Garrosh being banned out time and time again, MC Academy is not doing that much better up to now. They got 1 point though. So if you're now able to win on Cursed Hollow as well, all of a sudden we're talking match point, right? So they made the first step, need to make the second. They got first pick, we have Junkrat banned, we got the Haka banned. What's it gonna be? Blaze. Again. Time and time again, we get a Blaze. And on the other side, I don't think we're going to see the early tank commitment. Well, actually... But yeah, when it comes to heroes, I mean, Hanzo, you want to think about the damage dealers, right? So Hanzo, Greymane on this one too. Are you worried about Tyrael now that they already showed it once? Tyrael is great on these fights around bosses. So they go for Rhaegar and they go for Sylvanas quite early. With Rhaegar, you have the added benefit that he's very good at camp clear. I mean, technically, you can pretty much use any hero and clear a camp. It's always about how fast can you do it. And Rhaegar can do it in a pretty reasonable time frame. Plus, if you add him to another hero, they can do it very quickly. The Lightning Shield helps a lot, so you can use that too. And on a map where you have a lot of camps, it's worth quite a bit. So we got Brightwing this time, and we got Hanzo. So with that, you have already one global secured for yourself. And on top of that, you got Hanzo obviously in. So he can, in those close quarter battles, just with one arrow, I mean, pretty much ruin the play. And he's great for interrupts too. If you are starting to channel one of the curses, of course. And there's a Tyrael ban. That's exactly what I meant. So they banned Tyrael because they realized what happened on the last map, and they're now looking at Cursed Hollow, and they're thinking, hey, there's two bosses here. There's so many close quarter fights, and really there's battles on limited space. If he gets a good sanctification through, then we're already in trouble. But if he does it during a boss battle, then they will likely take that boss. So I like that they're now going for a Tyrael ban. That of course leaves a lot of other options still open, but that is definitely some respect that they're paying him here. Muradin gets banned, but Jojo is still up, so Johan could still go for his Johanna if he wanted to. And it is kind of likely, but there's also Diablo up, but again, it is Johanna. I think his three top tanks are still Garrosh, Jojo, and he's also been playing in the past, not recently, a lot of Tyrael, just as a side note. But yeah, his Muradin is of course also banned. So we get a Hogger, a little bit more of pogging around here on the side lane now too. But the final two picks for the blue team. So, Lolom and Camembert. What's the idea? They still need their own frontliner. Diablo's up, if they want him. Unless, of course, they want to go for another Anubarak play here. Risky. And a bit more damage. Falstad and Diablo. Okay. Yeah, Falstad and Dibbles, everybody. So we got the Gust. Bit of control for the battles around the boss pits. Diablo could help here too. And Greymane Sylvanas. Yeah, if you get them on any lane, oof, they can take structures down quickly. They could really rotate around the people. It's not only the pressure that they bring on a boss fight, but you can really just try and push them with a bit of macro rotations onto a lane where there's nobody else, and then try and take structures down. Either way, map number 4 in the best of 5, everybody. The Cats against the MC Academy. Alright, and we're already back. Apparently one of the players just needed a second, but things have already been solved. Okay, another shot for the Cats. They already had one match point and weren't able to win it, but now here's match point number 2 for them. It would be kind of wild if the MC Academy wins on Cursed Hollow 2 and all of a sudden we're going the full distance in the series. I mean, I'd be game, don't get me wrong. I would definitely be game. So, for the time being, we're gonna focus on the mid lane here a little bit, as obviously it's time for another 5v5. Actually, not really. We're just both checking if they can maybe make a bit of a sneaky play happen and get a kill. But not so much. Instead, what we're seeing here is just the lanes being pushed again. Now, keep in mind what I said during the draft. You have two absolutely fantastic heroes on the side of the red team that can help you to take towers down, gates down, and even forts down at any point in the game if you're just able to move them onto a lane with a decent rotation. Especially if you can get them as a duo somewhere, you can totally murder. The thing is, if you win a team fight, if you actually win a big team fight, then you are in such a good position to destroy, absolutely destroy any fort, any keep that you're going up to. And that's something to fully keep in mind here. And that's something that the blue team has to be really worried about, because if they are going into a battle, let's say on a boss, for example, and they're losing it, then the amount of damage that could be done by the red team, if they don't lose any of these guys, is incredible, especially, of course, in the mid and late game. But either way, time will tell. For now, it's just all about the early game shenanigans that we have here. Nothing too crazy is happening just yet. Everybody is just still trying to go through the camps. We talked a bit about the mercenaries and also the impact that a hero like Rhaegar is going to have for that throughout. So they are doing exactly that, coming in, taking the bruiser camps, trying to use them to push through the lane a little bit. On the side lane, we got Greymane going up against Blaze right now. Top side, Hogger versus Falstad. A bit of a weird match there. Unstable Poison and the Might of the Banshee Queen. Yeah, and some easy hits. You gotta stay away from Diablo here when you're this close to the gate, though. He's gonna flip you over quite easily. First tribute is soon gonna be up. There it is. 28 seconds, and then it's going to be active, so that's the first time when the teams are poking around it. We have only one team that is running a global right now, and that's the Birdie. And he has already a little bit of that damage that I said earlier. So Greymane is obviously not here, but you can tell that with that one move towards the top lane, it's all of a sudden a 3 versus 1 situation, and Lolom cannot deal with that. He's insanely low. Yeah, they're trying to go for Hogger. Good move by Maitri, by the way, completely negating the approach from Diablo, but they've done the damage. They've taken one of the towers down. The gate is about to fall too, so they are also channeling the tribute, and they get it before Panda Colada with his Hanzo is in range to go for the interrupt. So these are exactly these little nasty rotational plays that you can make if you're running Sylvanas and Greymane to try and take some of the structures down. And they already started up here at the top. So yeah, the bird about to be attacked again. Yeah, there's the hit. Barrel roll is coming, and Brightwing is forced to help out. But the tower is down. Brightwing was forced topside. Jojo is pushing in the middle, and they are trying to really play the macro game now against them. Down here, Greymane, he still needs to deal with Blaze, obviously. And does actually some good work at keeping him low in HP. Damn, son. Veterans is like, ooh, needed mana anyways. So yeah, see ya. 17 seconds for the next tribute. Should honestly be another one for the cats. But yep, nicely done. So, ooh boy. Panda Colada jumping out. And they're getting in position for tribute number 2. Both teams with level 7 talents now. Just double checking. Yeah, already dodging out on this one, and it's going to be a 5 versus 5. But you got to be careful now, of course, with those little choke points over here. They can easily be controlled with a good jet propulsion stun. Yeah, could that be a kill against Jojo? Johan is getting out for now. They're still poking, but one is missing. Greymane getting them another camp. Falling back for now. Falstad is now moved in to make sure that they're not losing any hit points over here. But here is waiting for the next one. They're totally fine just delaying this. And they know that this position is better for them. It's a little bit leaning towards the right side of the map, and they have an easier approach to it. So they're using that at this point. Brightwing has by now, though, moved down to the bottom of the map as the only global in the game. So they can soak an additional lane. Which means that now it's up to the cats to do something here. Oh, but Jojo is dead. And the interrupt on Drakir. And Panda Colada wants the kill and gets it. Yeah, the MC Academy boys. Look at that. They get the tribute and they get 2 kills. Those were, by the way, the first 2 kills in this game. First 2 kills. So, yeah, nicely done. Can they actually pull that off? All of a sudden, they're close to level 10. Can you imagine them pushing this to game 5? That would be, I mean, a bit crazy. The way that the cats have been dominating today, it would be a little bit crazy if now we're really going to a game 5 on this one. I mean, obviously, we are still far out, so yeah, this is not a thing anytime soon just yet, but it could happen. It could absolutely happen here. And it would be kind of funny. But again, time will tell. Right now, we are still looking at level 10 abilities for both teams. Already a bit of a battle happening here with the Blessed Shield as a potential tool to go for Camembert. Yeah, there's the Blessed Shield, but they can't control the choke point. Wailing Arrow, just as I say, Sylvanas moves in and they nearly get the kill. Everybody's so low, especially as Mitra with his Hanzo was nearly able to take down... Mitra with his Hogger was nearly able to take down Hanzo, but couldn't quite. And here's another play that's being made right now. So they're going for the next attack. They're trying to get a quick hit in. Good Ancestral, keeping him in play. Well done. How much more though? How much more can they do here? Go for Camembert. There's the tribute. So they get the tribute. Down to the bottom of the map as the top fight is happening. There's still Siege Giants that will do work too. Another thing to keep in mind here. Camembert low! And that's a kill. Camembert eliminated. Nicely done. And that, of course, opens up opportunities that they could use right now to make sure that they're getting their hits in. But do they? Yeah? Have them with a little bit of a play here as they're making a move for that particular wall. Can they take that down? I mean, they're closing in on it. Blaze is dead. So that's another one to fall. Just as Diablo is back up on the map, Blaze is down, so it's a kill after a kill. But they're still holding on to that fort, so that's actually pretty impressive, because with all the pressure that we've seen coming, they are still able to hold on to this one. So yeah, not too shabby. Job well done here. And yep. Can they do a little bit more on this one? Guess we'll see. Yeah, right now. Still making a play for this one. No, not yet. This is obviously a potential third. Yep. Can they get that tribute? Can they get that curse? And they're going for the boss at the same time. Yeah, so that's the next problem. Dibbles! The APOC, but it's not enough! Diablo is dead, they want too much, they get too greedy, the MC Academy! Not like this, the boss is stolen away from them. Boss is stolen away from them, and now they are again in trouble. Yep, there we go. The hits, they keep coming. This is another cam that's taken. God, they just wanted too much and now they're massively getting punished for it. This is bad news. Not only does the tribute get taken, it's only the second one, so that's good. But down here, the boss is destroying the fort. The camp in the mid lane needs to be dealt with somehow. There's another boss up at the top. We got 4 kills to 2 now. False that has to retreat. Sylvanas with a 22,000 damage. It's all a little bit too much to handle for them right now. Yeah, that's a bit nasty. Definitely a little bit nasty here, and not too bad. So, oof, that is tricky. That's really tricky. So 2 bosses have now been claimed. And what else can they do now? Because at the bottom of the map, as you can see, the fort is already destroyed. At the top, you're going to see another fort fall. There's a second boss moving. In the middle, they have also taken damage that they somehow need to deal with. And there's another tribute coming up, which will be a curse either way for one of the 2 teams. And as it stands right now, it seems highly likely that it's going to be the Cats that get the first objective of the game. So they're coming in once again with a big play here, trying to move in with the big hits. The boss at the top is now still marching towards the keep as the blue team has decided that they want to defend this as best they can. So they are coming in, trying to get that tribute. It is also, of course, a ticket back into the game. If they win the battle and they are able to take this one, then it means that they get the curse and could really fight back here. Because up to this point, they haven't taken down a single fort and they've already lost 2 themselves. 14 to 14. Here comes the APOC. They go for the play. Camembert at the front. He's low. And Diablo barely makes it out of the fight. And as the fight continues, the wall over here is falling. Blue team is now taking control of the space again and is trying to get the tribute. But well, can they interrupt and they get it. They get the interrupt once again. Yeah, it's just the back and forth now. The Ancestral early on Jojo. Nicely done, but the kill! Diablo is dead. Diablo's dead, and so is Blaze. The Gust not doing enough for them. They're losing X-Ray in just a moment. Brightwing is not gonna make it. The Arrow attempting to buy enough time for Brightwing to use the Blink Heal and come over. And keep in mind what I said earlier. Sylvanas and Greymane. And here they go. Sylvanas and Greymane, and they can get that keep 100%. They already have the curse. The curse is there. And now the two of them can absolutely destroy the keep at the bot lane. And they might be able to get more out of this. It's still a 5 versus 3 play that we're seeing here. The Cats, they want to win this series. They want to move on to the next round where they would face off against Granite Gaming. They take down Hanzo. It's a kill for a kill. And they're doing so much more here. They're chasing them through their own base. Camembert gets barely saved by Brightwing. The question is for how long. Greymane is looking at the core already. They want Diablo. Hanzo is down. Diablo is low. Draki, on the other hand, needs to save himself too. The fort in the mid lane is currently getting destroyed by minions. Down here, the shield is nearly falling because the catapults are trying to take it apart, and they're doing damage to the core itself. But the team is falling back for now. Still more damage here up at the top. Level 16 talents are now available, and the three-legged cat, they decide to play this safe rather than getting taken down by overextending themselves. 8 kills to 2. And MC Academy, they prevented the worst. They lost a couple of points on the core. They lost the bottom keep. If, on the other hand, the Cats would have decided to not make a play for the core, but instead go for the second keep in the middle of the map, they might have been able to do that. But they're heavily ahead now. So they really played it safe at this point, the Cats. But all of this was initiated a little bit earlier by that boss attempt that we saw from the MC Academy. The MC Academy, they wanted to go for the boss. They were trying to take it. It was a little bit too greedy, and they got punished for the attempt. They were hoping to get the boss and the tribute to just sneak that in somehow, and well, it didn't work. So now what we're seeing instead is a mad advantage that we have for the red team, and they are of course going to try and snowball this further and further. And bosses will play a big role here. So once that the bosses are back up on the map, that's going to be a big thing that we really have to watch out for. We got right now still down here the boss back up at the top. It's another 45 seconds. So as you can tell, there's still siege giants that have to be dealt with, but it comes down once again to the bosses. And this time we're having again the blue team trying to make a play here. And to be fair, they kind of have to. And as long as they're posturing around at the bottom of the map and threaten to take the boss, the top lane is getting value. So it's not a bad play. Question is just how deep are you going? And there's a kill. So they are getting, it's actually the boss that takes down Greymane. But they got a kill, and that's a comeback opportunity. Now you can take that boss. Another reason, by the way, why they have to go for that boss is because there's no keep left at the bot lane. If that boss gets taken by the Cats at any point, they likely lose the game right there. So that was big. And those siege giants, again, they've done work up at the top. So a nice decision by the MC Academy. Just posturing at the bot lane boss, allowed the siege giants to get the fort, and then they got the kill on Greymane, so that allows them to bring this back. This isn't over yet. This is not over yet. Granted, there is still a big advantage for the red team, but now we're going to get a curse and a second boss for the MC Academy. Now they can really bring this back. First and foremost, they can close the gap in experience, and more importantly, they have now a chance to get some of these keeps too. So yeah, this is pretty good. Now we got 8 kills to 3. Still an experience lead, but here is the curse, and they want the top keep. And there's no real reason why they shouldn't be able to take this one. So yeah, the party continues, everybody. This is gonna get real dangerous now for the Cats. The Cats might have overextended a little bit earlier. The boss at the bottom of the map is low, but again, it's still going to do damage. Somebody has to deal with this, and nobody does. During the curse, it can easily take the keep down, so it's a bit of an oversight that nobody finished that thing off. Because at the top, I don't think they can save this keep anyways. This keep is going to fall, but they might lose 2 keeps now. 133 stacks for Falstad, just saying. So the birdie is doing some serious damage. He's at 51,000. He's top damage in the game. Bottom boss is gone. The minions, the catapulter was there behind the gate, was still able to take it down. So good for them. Didn't even see that one, to be frank with you. So they take the boss down. They don't lose anything here, but now it's keeps lost on both sides. Structurally, they're going to be even. Structurally, they're going to be absolutely even. That fort gets destroyed, and now we have two keeps on each side, and that's it. And both teams get level 20 at roughly the same time. So the upgraded Ancestral for Rhaegar, the Farseer's Blessing. We got the Wind Tunnel now, we got the Fortified Bunker. Guys, we got a game on our hands. We are dead even. Despite the kill advantage for the cats, even experience, even structures on the map. This can easily, and even tributes. So yeah, there's that. So right now, what do we have? We still got the next camp taken. Bit of an invade attempt even. And, well, let's go. Yeah, we got Johanna already in. We got up at the top, Drak here. And they're playing it very, very safe, as you can tell. They're just sitting there on their mounts. They're not even pushing this out. They don't have vision. They don't exactly know where they are. Now that the camp is taken, they do. And down to the bottom of the map. Here's the thing. So, once again, there's the kill. They're doing it! They are actually doing it! Nice! 4 kills to 8. That's the lead for the MC Academy. How are they going to act with it? How much are they getting out of this? That's the big question now. This is a bit of a threat, by the way. Falset has realized that too and is now going to deal with it. 3 catapults at this point in time with siege giants moving towards the core. Yeah, you can't have that. So it seems like they're not going to get too much out of that kill. Maybe they destroy the wall, but I do not believe that they can end the game here. Always, of course, with the caveat of them getting a few additional kills. But right now, 20 seconds for Jojo. Diablo! Nah, not like this. They're forcing it too much and Diablo dies. Falset is flying in, likely gonna try and gust. Gets pushed back a little bit, doesn't even have to. Oh, well, he didn't even have it. I think either, was he interrupted or was he on cooldown? Not sure, but I think he had still his cooldown up. So yeah, Falset flew in, slightly mistimed, if he was intending to gust. But Diablo, he died, lost his souls, he was fully stacked, so he's back now. First tribute is up. Nobody really cares too much about tributes. I would believe that this game is going to be decided way before we're having a team getting another curse. Yeah. 3 catapults top. No global here. Ah, guys. This could be nasty. Again, 19 minutes in. 19 or 20 minutes in. That's where we're at right now. So, down to the bottom of the map. They can... Falset is so invaluable right now. Not only does he, of course, have tons and tons of damage that he can contribute with all of the stacks that he has, but even more importantly, we are in a situation where they are rocking the only global. And guys, again, this is a problem. Hogger has to go back, and that means that at the bottom of the map, they can go for the boss now. So once that they see Hogger, they're immediately going for the boss. That's the instant play. You see Hogger, you know they only have 4 heroes here, and you commit. That's what they just did. Yeah, 9 kills to 4. And topside boss, yep, they go for that one too. So now you're in the shitty position if you're the red team. Do you defend the bottom boss, then they're taking the top boss and go for the core. If you don't defend against the bottom boss, then this one is going to destroy your keep. So the cats are actually in a real pickle. They are trying to get the top boss because they know that the top boss could end the game if they let it go. But it also means that they're now sacrificing their bottom keep. So they will lose a keep here. And the MC Academy doesn't even have to go for it. They don't have to commit. Look at them. They're just posturing. They're just saying, like, guys, do something. Because this is winning for them. Arrow is being used. Triple the gust into the APOC. They're trying to go for the fight, but Hogger, fucking Hogger with a Brightwing kill. Falstad is dead. No way. No fucking way. What? The boss is going for the core, but check this one out again. They gassed into the corner, and then Hogger coming in. Sylvanas with a wailing arrow. But they're trying to take it here. In come two of the defenders. They're trying to take the boss down. They're trying to take Vetters down. Blaze is already on the run. The boss is doing damage, but it's not going to win the whole thing. But Sylvanas and Greymane, they are on the move. And again, the only survivor is Blaze, and he's not able to do anything. 30 seconds to go for the core here. But Drakia's going to die to the core if he doesn't pay attention. Also needs to be careful with the catapults here. They got it down to 70%. The rest of the team is starting to slowly move in. 50%! It's the Cats, baby! It's the Cats with a victory. They take it. The Cats take the W. A 3-1 victory against the MC Academy as they move on to fight against Granite Gaming.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.